as both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Indianapolis Colts. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Winston now to throw on first down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 13 yards in the game's opening play.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Saquon Barkley, the ball.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 41 yards. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.
This nigga draining clock.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
Third and goal, Winston. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal. A 25-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And Hill will opt for the touchback
at their own 25-yard line.
Now a play fake. Wentz. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's fourth down. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Here we go on fourth down with Wentz. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from fourth down to first. Wentz to throw again. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 22 yards there, a first down.
A gain of 22 yards. First
into the red zone. Wentz. He'll find Lindsey here. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. 3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Seahawks, nothing.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now an option play on second down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. On 2nd and goal, here's the option. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick.
Oh, my goodness, bro.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 40, the 20, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
the score, Colts 10, Seahawks nothing. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Bruh, kick the ball. Damn.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on them.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Touchdown, Colts.
So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
But number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing the second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you have your hands on your head or shaking your head, walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20. And the Seahawks
shotgun now for Wentz. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. From midfield, here's Wentz. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 11. And it's
from the gun on 3rd down. Wentz. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 17-yard line. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock.
Seattle.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Wentz. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
9 yards. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. From
From the gun, it's Wentz. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down now, Barkley, and he stopped immediately there. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On 3rd down, Winston. And that is incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
I actually love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Play action. Now Wentz. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Going to throw right side here, complete. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Drew Kaiser now as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. It'll be a 48-yard punt, 5 there on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch one. And let's pin the mirrors back and there we go.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And the Seahawks first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
First down, Seahawks.
Now Wentz. And going deep for Hill. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyreek Hill hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for two here. Now Wentz again. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Barkley in the ball.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Saquon Barkley. A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Ingram.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence. And you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Ingram again, a first down carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Jarrett on the stop.
Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Throwing on 2nd down. Winston. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
He's letting this one go for... And this is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Touchdown,
Will Fuller hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. So up comes Wentz as he and the guys on offense here will go for 2. Lindsey going to try and run it in. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal.
Seahawks 20, Colts 17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
4-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the third quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics. A good action to this point in the third quarter, just a 3-point game, 2nd and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
Jameis to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They're indeed going. It's Winston. He'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off at the 20, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Down at the 33.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Wentz now on first down. Gets this one to Hill. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Barkley. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Working out of the gun, Winston. The open man here, Renfro. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. From the gun, Winston. That's to his running back, complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A 1st down carry for Barkley.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
At the 47-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And some room to run now. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Winston. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he's got some space here. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow, wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, it could come back at you a long way.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
A 3-yard loss on the play.
So they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Check that. We want line 52 right here. Hey, tighten down. Check 26.
Here's Barkley. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal.
At the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 4th.
Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. They'll run with Barkley. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now it's Lindsey. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
Final score, Colts.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a